I'm going to show you my Ender Pearl farm. And this is almost straight out of what Daedalus 822 did. I worked out some of my own issues, but it's basically his design. Made it out of cobblestone because I had a ton of it, so I thought I might as well get rid of some. It's turned off right now, so nothing should be spawning. But you can see there's lava right there. The fall is enough to kill the regular mobs. No spiders can spawn in here again. I did not want this to have spiders because that would clog it up. Only creepers, zombies, skeletons, and endermen. So they fall into here, and they would regularly die, but endermen don't. They get more of a damage threshold. So I put the lava there so they go on fire. Oh, come on, close. And a lot of times that's not even enough to kill them. I'll get to that later. Oh, beautiful sunrise. So, as you can see, off to my right is the wiring, redstone wiring, for the on-off switches. Basically, I figured out a good guess of where the redstone needed, or where the redstone lamps needed to be. They go down the side here, and the side here, all the way down, and then walk over here. Can't see it, but inside those spots is also lamps, which are turned on by the redstone passing right there. Nothing on these sides. Having one on those sides is enough to turn off. Also, I put in these pistons here to allow light to get in when it's daytime. So let me switch over to cobblestone, and I'll show you what goes on inside. As you can see, all the way down are pressure plates, and let's see, where do I need to dig? Right here. So a mob can spawn here. It's a one wide area. These half stone or half blocks are here, so spiders can't spawn. When they spawn here, they can't walk this way because of those blocks, so they can only walk off this way. The signs trick them into thinking that there's an actual block there. Now, I will warn you, I'm going to have to warp so I don't die. But you see, here's the pressure plate, which goes to the piston, or to the repeater, hitting this block, powering one above it, which is the piston, which pushes out this wood, and well, I'll show you what happens. As I'll try and show you, I want to tell you now, all the way down this thing are these little pads. So if you watch them, oops, well, that was weird. Pushing me out, pushing me out. And you see it pushes out the one above and below me, or where I am and below me, so I don't take any fall damage here. Now I'm going to jump over to here. I don't want to die. So it pushes, this one pressure plate pushes this one and this one out. So it pushes you off and drops you one block and then drops you two. So there's no fall damage. Now, the only problem with that is the mobs do fight that. They try and jump constantly when they get pushed off. So it takes them a while to fall down, but eventually they do get pushed down. I experimented with some side pistons, which these do work. Mobs will spawn on top of a pressure plate. I watched them. They do spawn there. So they all get spawned here, and then they get pushed down all the way to the middle and down to the lava. Now I'm going to warp out of here. Okay, that warp doesn't exist. Interesting. Oh yeah, to my potions. So that's how the spawning takes place. Now, the reason you have to use pistons and not water is because Endermen warp as soon as they're put in water. If it was a regular mob drop loot farm, you wouldn't have to worry about this. But the pistons are used for the Enderman. And over here is where my redstone gets repeated all the way to the top. It's not turned on right now. Whenever the server gets turned off or whatever, it doesn't like to restart its redstone. So I have to restart it myself. I guess I can put this stuff back on. Which I do by doing that. Which sends a small little signal through. And this is just a slow repeater. Slow through. And it sends a signal back around. What that does is it pushes double blocks forward. Where are my double blocks? Oh, there we go. Those blocks right down there, the lower ones, push forward. The lava's here, so if Enderman gets down here, doesn't die, it pushes them forward into the lava, and they end up dying. Also, like I said, any other mobs that spawn there die, pushes them in. Sometimes they won't die. I had to make a little hole right in here where I can punch at them. The lava is too high to kill them. So sometimes I gotta do that, or if you jam up the trap. I made a little AFK room here before I made the one in my house. And then, I guess I can show you how this wiring works. If you need an explanation, like I said, go to Daedalus 822's stuff. He gives a really good explanation of how to do this double extension of the piston. Let's see if I can get it there. There we go. I had to play around with it to make it small enough because I didn't want it too big in here. So that redstone thing comes right below this, so it sends a signal. And this is all basically just go watch his videos or try copying what I've done here. This first signal goes out here and powers the first set of pistons. The second signal goes through here, powers those pistons, and then when the signal gets lost, it pulls them all back. This is here's to send a signal if I want to. So it's quite a complex little thing for me. I'm not huge into redstone. I do dabble in it. You know, I've got my little doorbell thing that I do and that I made. But like I said, here's where that redstone goes. So Daedalus 822, he is a good guide on how to do that push, and this top design, like I said, is basically built on his designs. So mobs come down, they either die or get pushed in the lava. The water brings them in here. And right down here is where everything comes out. Right now it is turned off. If I turn it on, all the lights turn off. Things start spawning. Okay, I have 14 ender pearls. I've been to the end. I had to get... It took me about 20 ender eyes to get... eye enders to get there. I guess I can put this stuff back. So, it works. It does work, definitely. So yeah, that's my ender pearl farm. slash regular old mob farm. And the only, like I said, the only thing I don't have a farm for here is spiders, because I don't see a use for them. I don't use that much string. If I want string, I just go to an abandoned mine and cut down the cobwebs. So that is the end of my Ender farm tutorial.